Hi, my name is Lindsey Giese, and I am a 2003 Sauk Prairie graduate. After high school, I went to Viterbo University and double majored in music theater and arts administration. After that, I was the lead singer on cruise ships for about 4 years for Celebrity and Holland America Cruise Lines. And I did a couple other things, but found my way back to Sauk Prairie and starting in 2013, became the executive director for River Arts, Inc. I was the kid who sat in her room and sang to all of the Disney movies, the cassette tapes over and over. I would record myself singing things, even like a cappella sometimes, and then I'd play it back and critique it and try again. And so I was doing that from an early age on. I was singing and dancing to the Lawrence Welk show. I just loved it. And then the magic happened when I was 9 years old and I went to my sister's rehearsals for show choir. She was a freshman in 1994 in Big River. And if you follow Sauk Prairie Show Choir, like the 94 Big River is like famous. And that was my first experience with show choir. So you can imagine it was like, whoa, like what is this thing? I learned all the choreography and I would do it at home by myself and sing all the songs. And I was hooked from then on. Joined show choir my seventh grade year. It was the first middle level motion. Did it all throughout high school with executive session. I did it all throughout college with Platinum Edition at Viterbo. And then, I mean, cruise ships to me were show choir at another level. So like, I was all in, hooked, love it, live and breathe it. I think there's nothing quite like that experience with a group of people and is really cool. I unfortunately have many embarrassing moments on stage, but one that always will stick out to me was on cruise ships. I often wore a lot of wigs, and they're beautifully made wigs, but for some reason, some like the wigs also had earrings built in and like all of the things because we did all these quick changes. So I'd put my hair up and put a wig cap on, and then you pin your wig in. And I did this hundreds and hundreds of times, but I went out to sing a duet with the male singer and I was all really excited and into the song and I tipped my head back. And when I tipped my head back, apparently I didn't have the front of my wig secured. So the wig popped back and was just like hanging there. And I, for the life of me, I could not get it back on my head. And I had to finish the song because everything's tracked. So it's not like the band could stop, like nothing's stopping, everything's going forward. So I just kept singing with my hair hanging. I think the arts can be challenging because there's always an element of what's the next thing, especially when you're performing. You have your show, your gig, and then there's the next thing. And even when I was on ships, I had my contract, and then it was what's the next contract going to be, and what's the next one, and you're constantly looking for what that next thing is. And so that can be nerve wracking. Some people love it. That was not the part I enjoyed about it. I was lucky to keep getting work, but you just never know. And then when I moved back to the States, I there was that moment where I was like, what do I want to keep singing or do I want to move to the business side of things? Or like I didn't know what to do. I felt a little bit lost. And I just kept pushing forward. Again, I was lucky to be surrounded by people who believed and supported in me, and I had a good support system, and I had the time to figure out what I wanted to do. And then things just worked out, and I ended up with the job that I have today, and it's been incredible. I feel very fortunate that my parents have always been supportive of my career choices. And I've also been really lucky with amazing teachers. I would say all the way back to elementary. Dean Paff was my music teacher then, and I just enjoyed those classes. And then Denny Kahn was extremely influential in my middle school years. Of course, Sue and Karen not only guided me during my high school years at Sauk Prairie, but I spent 5 years with Fab 50s Live in the Dells. And those years, I learned so much about performing and the business and um, some of the hard parts of it too. Really fun parts, but that it is work, and learned a lot there. So I feel very lucky that so many people did believe in me and supported me. And then in college as well, I was lucky to have people like Carla Hughes and Nancy Allen and Michael Ranch for my arts admin side of things. So I've been really lucky to have good guidance, and nobody along the way ever said, Lindsey, are you sure that you want to do this? It was always, you should do this. How can I help you? Or what do you need from me? Or um, so, so very lucky in that way. Teachers make a huge difference, and I've had really great ones.